Hey, it's Mark Ferguson with Invest for More, and we're standing outside a house flip we just finished up. So this one is on the market already, and we have had 6 showings set up in the last hour or so. So it's a popular property, and this is the crazy flip where we ended up getting the house after testifying in court, and the seller wouldn't leave, and all kinds of nutty stuff happened there. So we'll talk about that. And of course, check out Invest for More for much more information on our flips, rentals, being an agent, and all that great stuff as well. So let's take a look at this property. This is one of the crazier deals we have been a part of. This house, like I said, we had to testify in court to buy. It was a referral from another agent who I don't think wanted to deal with the sellers. In fact, I have some interesting stories about that. And there's the solar that we had to take off and put back on to replace the roof. I just had a video about that a couple weeks ago. This is one we bought for $400,000. No, $300,000. Sorry, we paid $300,000 for it. Probably spent about $40,000 on the repairs, and then another $25,000, $30,000 in other costs, and we're listing it for $422,900, which is actually a lot more than we thought we would get when we first made an offer on it, got it under contract. The market in Colorado has just been crazy. So we'll try to put in some of the before pictures or video of what this looked like when we first bought it. We also have the full video and description of all the craziness that happened when we bought it on the first video we did of this property. So when I first walked into this property after we bought it, the stove was actually wide open. They're using it as heat, so they didn't have the furnace working. It's just a thermostat issue. But yeah, that was how they were heating the house. This is not the same stove. We put in granite, as you can see, and used the same cabinets. We just painted those cabinets, but redid the backsplash. So the kitchen looks so much better now. And I can thank Nikki for that part of it. She designed that, and she did the staging in here as well. Here is, we got a lot of paint in there still. The cool, well, pantry slash laundry room. And it actually does have a real pantry too, right here. So that is nice. And I really like this house. This is one of the favorite houses that we have done. Most of our houses we flip are older and not nearly as interesting. Well, they're pretty interesting, but don't have the nice features of a newer house. And one thing this house has that I really love too is this garage, which is 3 wide and 2 deep on this side. So it's actually a 4-car garage. It's got the 3-car plus the tandem side here. So that's pretty tough to find, the actual 4-car garage. And then we've got the main floor master suite. And of course, we will talk a little bit about the court side of this too. So I had another agent who recommended me to the sellers. They were in a very nasty divorce, and talked to the gentleman about buying it. Came and saw the house. His wife, or soon-to-be ex-wife, was living here, so it was quite the process just to see it. It was a mess when she was living here, and made an offer, got the offer accepted by him. She did not accept the offer, and I didn't hear anything for a while. And then like a month later, the seller had said they're still working on it, but never got anything signed. I was talking to lawyers and all kinds of different things. And then all of a sudden I got a subpoena to go to court and testify. So I had to testify about the price, the value, how we flip houses, all the costs involved and everything, and tell them why we were getting a good, or why I was paying what I was paying. So her lawyer was trying to say that we were paying too little and making like 70 grand on this deal. And I had explained to them that no, that's not how it worked. And it's funny because I think in court I had said that the house was worth $380 maybe after we'd fixed it up, or $420 if we finished the basement. Now it's worth 420 without finishing the basement. The market has increased so much, and there's no properties for sale in our area, just almost nothing. So it's just crazy what the market is doing right now. And as you can see by all the showings being set up on the first day, I actually had to block out time in the showing calendar so that I could do my video, so people wouldn't be showing the house while I was doing my video. As you can see, master bedroom, master bath. And one thing, we're always talking about saving money, right? These counters were already here. We just painted the cabinets, and we painted that faucet. We painted the door trim. It was all gold before. So instead of replacing all of that stuff and costing us a whole lot of money, we painted it. So I think we painted all the hinges and door handles as well with special paint. I'll try and figure out what the special paint is from Home Depot, but saves us so much money from buying all new. And then we have the upstairs right here. I'm also trying to help you guys out because you're always asking me what paint colors we use, what flooring we use, things like that. And I'm trying to get Nikki to keep track of all the paint color and flooring we use on each flip, and then create a page on investformore.com so people can see that. So I'm still working on that. She seems to think other things are more important, like getting jobs done, but we'll see. And I apologize too if my voice is disappearing, because I was just doing like a 2-hour live session for a Caldwell Banker and the Wealth Builders team on house flipping. So that's always fun to do, but I'm not used to talking that much, but that was fun. I might try and do some YouTube stuff like that as well, where I do live kind of educational PowerPoint webinar type training. So I like doing those. Those are fun. I feel like I can teach so much with those, but they also take a lot of work, and just not used to talking that much. I'm a pretty quiet person in real life. So up here, new flooring. Like I said, I think we painted the doors. All this trim was kind of oak before, and I believe the doors were oak. So we painted all of that. New lights, new fixtures, and amazing what some paint can do. But yeah, so with the story with the seller, after we bought it, and the court decided, hey, yeah, you need to buy this house. They actually kind of ordered me to buy the house after all of that. We got the contract sent, allowed 2 weeks for the contract to be signed by the one seller, and she took 2 weeks and 1 day, of course. But after all that, set up numerous walkthroughs because I wanted to make sure she was completely out, because I didn't want any situations where we had to do an eviction after buying a house from a seller, which has happened a couple times in the last year, which is crazy. We'll try and link those videos as well. But during my walkthroughs, I'm like, on the day before closing, I'm like, hey, everything out, everything gone? She's like, yep, everything's out. I'm ready to go. I'm like, okay, so we're not buying it unless we get keys and possession to the house. Well, 2 minutes before closing, she said, oh, I need more time to move my stuff. I didn't get it all. And I'm like, nope, we're not closing unless you are able to give us the keys and get everything out of the house. Now we're going to the basement, by the way, which we thought about finishing but did not. But anyway, so 2 minutes before closing, she says, yeah, I need to get some stuff after closing. I'm like, nope, have to sign. So she said, fine. I was all upset and said, fine, I'm done. Here are keys, we'll close. So did all that, and like I said, came to the house. My contractors came here, thought she was trying to burn it down because the stove was on and open, but that's how she heated the property. And she left her dogs here. So she had her dogs, her laptop, and some other stuff. So I told her she could come back and get her dogs if we were here. She finally came back, and she wouldn't leave, right? My guys were here changing the keys, the locks, and she's here an hour and a half just sitting on the couch watching them, and she wouldn't leave. So I had to come back over here, talk to her, tell her she had to get her stuff and go, and she managed to get most of her stuff and then move some other stuff to the garage. And I should have painted that. That's okay. And then she finally came back like a few days later, got her stuff from the garage, and has been gone, and we've never seen her since. But that was a weird situation where she just was sitting on the couch, staring at them, changing the locks, and would not leave until I came over, told her she had to go. We own the house, and please get her dogs. So what a situation. But yeah, the previous video we did, we'll go over all of that in much more detail. So if you haven't seen that one or heard that story, that's a good one. I suggest going back and watching that one. All right, and then the backyard. Well, we didn't do a whole lot back here. Mostly just clean stuff up. There was a big canoe that she'd left us over here, but she came back and took that too. So sometimes I get to snag decent stuff, usually not. And then here again is the solar, where we did the video on installing it, putting it back up. And this roof was $15,000 because of that solar. If it hadn't had that solar, it would have been probably 10 to do. And it wasn't covered by insurance, because although it's hail damage, the previous owners didn't want to deal with insurance claims or anything like that. We factored that into our costs, and yep, $5,000 to put the solar back on the roof. And I can still hear the pigeons. Oh, they're everywhere. They must really like living underneath that solar somewhere. Huh. So we didn't paint the outside, just the inside. Oh, there goes pigeons. And this should end up being a pretty good deal. Like I said, we kind of thought we were gonna have to finish the basement to make a decent profit margin on this, but because the market has done so well, we didn't have to do that. So we're able to just get in and out of here pretty quick, get it on the market, and then hopefully move on to some new properties, because I think we're down to 10 flips going right now. I'd love to have a lot more, but we did get another one under contract last week that I'm buying tomorrow. So by the time you see this video, I should have already bought that one, have that. And we'll have a video of that one coming up soon. And then we're tearing down another house here pretty soon. So that's exciting. So that video will be coming up soon if you haven't already seen it. I don't know what order I'm doing all these in. And then we'll definitely have a video of a really sweet, cool 10,800 square foot house on a lake that's really cool as well. So again, you may have already seen that one, but if not, expect that one to come up here soon. I'm trying to do a whole lot of videos here at once because I'm going to be busy this week for sure. All right. Well, thank you guys for watching. Really appreciate all the support. Like I said, I really like this house, and man, the before and after pictures on this one are fantastic. So maybe I can include a lot of those before pictures, or maybe some before and after pictures together, or before video. Love the comments, so keep those coming. Let us know what you think of the things we did here, if you like them or don't like them. And love seeing new subscribers. So welcome new subscribers. If you haven't been to our channel before, we do lots of flip videos, lots of rental property videos, lots of advice videos, and sometimes just cool random properties we see as well. All right, thanks for watching. We'll be back with a lot more coming up here soon. So we came back to the house because before I got this video shot and published, it went under contract. So we had 4 or 5 offers the first day. We accepted an offer, and I just want to run through here and kind of show you what the property looks like without staging, so you can see the difference. We didn't used to do any staging. We used to always just kind of list them looking like this, but we started staging the last couple of years. Nikki does my staging, my project manager, and we noticed the houses sell so much faster with staging than without it. And you can kind of see it looks quite a bit different, you know, without all the stuff that she puts in here. And it's not just when you're in the house, but the pictures look so much better when you have the staging in here. And so we've been staging all of our houses. We actually had a house we sold, I think it was the start of this year, or right at the end of last year, where we didn't stage it at first because Nikki only has enough stuff to stage 2 or 3 houses, and we had like 4 listed at the same time. And it didn't sell for a very long time, and we came back and we staged it, and it sold right away after we staged it. It was crazy. So it's hard to, you know, put an exact number on how much staging adds to value, or if we make much more money, but it sure seems to sell houses quicker, they look better, and other investors in our market are staging as well, which really kind of makes us have to do it for us to keep up with them. So you can see this house looks completely different without the staging, and it really just adds a lot to the property.